Oh, boys and girls, we haven't done a Thursday afternoon stream, a Thursday afternoon Leamington stream for ages. Obviously, we've done the odd network game here and there. This is normally network game day. If you are here looking for the network game, we did it last night. Been there, done that, won another trophy. Kevy, 5 trophies in the network game. That is 5 trophies so far. The other 3 people combined have 0 trophies. It's like the streamer showdown all over again. I am inevitable. How are we all doing, boys and girls? Are we having a delightful Thursday? Sure we are. Should we do a YouTube intro? I want to get straight into this. We had a big rebuild the other day. I want to see if it actually worked or if I am not as good as I said I was just now. I know what I mean. Well, folks, we spent £250 million so far in the transfer window. We've completely rebuilt the team. New tactic incoming. We need to stop this mid-table obscurity. It's time for Leamington, I don't know what that was, to hit the Champions League. Come on! Yes, I am still top of the league in the network game as well, and we've just won the EFL Cup to go with my FA Cup, my Community Shield, and my 2 coffee cups that I have won now in the network game. Still to play for in the network game this season. We are going to win the Premier League, which we are currently top of. We're also still in the FA Cup. We've got an FA Cup quarter-final against Zealand, so basically a bye to the semi-final. So we're going to win the FA Cup again. I'm less bothered about that because we won that last year. And we're going to win the Europa League. And then we've got to squeeze in 1 more year so I can win the Champions League. It's very important. But this save, as mentioned, we did a rebuild. The last few seasons, I mean, in the context of Leamington Football Club, they've been fine. We finished 7th in the Premier League and qualified for the Conference League by doing it. The following year, we finished 10th in the Premier League, but won the Conference League, which qualified us for the Europa League. Last season, we finished 11th in the Premier League and dropped out of the Europa League, I think in the quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinal against Betis. So no Europe this year. A rebuild was needed, and this is what we did. We've gone out and we have spent some money. As you can see, it is our biggest summer spending we've ever done, slightly topping that first year we qualified for Europe. We started things off by heading north of the border to Moneybags Dundee United, taking Marcelo off of them, who is basically a carbon copy of Plamen Veselinov, just a little bit older. We've now got 2 players who can basically do the same things, play up front and score loads of goals, or cut in off the right-hand side and score loads of goals. So 2 options there. Our first wide player, lovely. While that was going on, we also sold Ed Webb and Damien Fleming for a combined £18 million. It's also the most money we've ever brought in a summer as well. We're not just spending for fun. We've sold over £100 million of a player this summer as well. Continuing the sales, Cadrich went for 32 million, Godwin for 3 million, Beefy for 25 million. Aaron Jarvis has gone for 4.3 million. Mirth has gone to some imaginary club for 13.75. Owen Hopkinson, who we spent 30 million on last summer, has been moved on for 15 million. And that money has been reinvested. Ivan Vasquez is another winger. He's come in from Arsenal. We also, if I can get the buttons right. Come on, Kev, you know the buttons. You're really good at these buttons. These buttons are your speciality. We got Sona Demir, the first of several 5-star potential 18-year-olds to come in. He came in for 13.5 million. Florentin Fontaine is another 5-star potential 18-year-old who's come in and joined us, just to make sure we keep the flow of homegrown players going. We brought another player in from Arsenal. We have basically been to Arsenal what Arsenal have been to Manchester City this summer in real life, and we've brought in their fringe players, but for us, they're the greatest players who've ever played for the club. It's a wonderful thing. Antonio Moraes, a central midfielder in from Arsenal. Then we got Remy Van Schaik, who, look at his physicals! That is a physical man to come in as our new starting centre-back. Killian is another winger/striker to give us options coming in off the left-hand side. And then we got Alan Raven raiding Dundee United again, who I think they're what's his name? Sugar Daddy. I think he's withdrawn because Dundee United have sold like £200 million of a player this summer. But this guy is also from there. Look at his value immediately. He is our new right back. And then to finish things off, for now, Domingo Harrow can play anywhere across the back four. We signed him because Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain wanted him. We really didn't need another centre-back. It felt silly not to just take him off of them. The one other finishing piece of the puzzle, if we can get him, is this guy, Juan Luis Canas from Chelsea, who is a central midfielder who can also play on that left wing. And we're trying to bring him in as well, but he hasn't made it in before the first day of the new season. So the team is revolutionised. It is completely different. We've not... Are we listening to the beautiful South? What on earth is going on? That's thrown me. Spotify, you're very random. I haven't listened to a beautiful South song for years. I like it. I used to love the beautiful South when I was younger. That's completely thrown me. Especially because of the amount of time I spent in Rotterdam last week. I feel like I'm being trolled by Spotify. Has it been listening to me talk about being stuck in Rotterdam? Team cohesion hasn't fallen off a cliff, though, so that's good. Pablo Larios wants to leave and is out of contract at the end of the at the end of this season. So we have been offering him out, even though he's been arguably our best player since we've been in the Premier League. If he's not going to sign a new contract, then we're going to move him on, which is why we've signed new midfield players. Likewise, Fabio Rodriguez, he is going to become homegrown at club in the summer, but he's out of contract and won't sign a new one. So as far as I'm concerned, he's dead to me at this point. We don't think about him anymore. So this is our new look tactic. It might seem very familiar to you. It's a tactic we've used before. It's very similar to the one we're using with Everton to great success in the network game. And these are our boys that are going to take on Southampton today. First game back in the Premier League, first game in the new season. The media think we're going to finish mid-table. I think we're going to qualify for the Champions League. This team is a Champions League level team. Let's see just how good these boys are. Come on, then. Let's have a little look at them, shall we? All right. Come on, then. When is the charity stream I missed the other week? Realistically, I don't think I'm going to do it. I've retweeted them. I've drawn attention to it. The campaign is finished now. It just fell in the wrong week for me. Is 2000s rock/indie my main music of choice? Yes. Yes, it is. Not just 2000s. I mean, this is 90s, I should think. Fairly confident this is mid-90s. There's Raven, look. Come on. Do a football. Marcelo on debut. No. Boo, hiss. Boo and hiss. Do like a bit of beautiful South. It was very appropriate for just being live in the middle of the afternoon. We're not going to play anything too offensive in the middle of the afternoon. I have no idea what song's next, so it could be really offensive. What is next? Pulp. We are just doing a tour of the 90s, apparently. Lovely. Why have we not scored a football goal yet? What playlist am I listening to? It's just my daily mix off of Spotify. Staniel, thank you for 8 months. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, I like to let Spotify surprise me rather than picking a playlist myself. So I have a look at my daily mix choices and pick the one that looks most appropriate. Right, everyone's shattered. How is that a thing? It's the first day of the season. Vasquez is useless. Let's try Killian out there. Is he... Oh, he's a winger. So let's try him as a winger. A winger with a number 6 on his back. You lot are going to love him. You're going to absolutely adore that boy. Oh, of course, we've got Marcelo and Veselinov swapping places. I remember. That's going to make it complicated when we have to make substitutions. Who is our third striker? Surely we're not playing showy forward or Juarez up front. Who have I got earmarked as third striker? Oh, are you telling me we don't have a third striker? We've got Killian, we've got Juarez, we've got showy forward. But none of them I want to play up front on their own. So if I want to take... I feel like mistakes are being identified already in this transfer window. Well, that's not ideal, is it? We need another striker. We also need to stop them from swapping over. And then we're going to take off Marcelo and bring on Showy forward on that side. And then I guess we'll take off Lundmark, who's having a terrible game. And we can bring Nauer on for him. I feel like Showy forward's going to end up front in a minute. Because I think they're still going to swap over. Yep, even though I've told them not to. We might have to turn that setting off because it's going to make substitutions a nightmare. Right, come on, chaps. Let's do a football goal. Just for clarification, I was talking to the Leamington players when I said chaps. Come on, football. There's Killian. Look, having a left winger / striker called Killian can't be a bad thing, surely. Showy forward. And again. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Perhaps we don't know how to score goals anymore. Octane, thank you very much for the prime. Why isn't that just an instruction? Why does it swap them on the tactics screen? Right, we need to take off that instruction for those two to swap. It looks like a good idea at the start of the match, but as soon as substitutions happen, it messes everything up. I'll level with you. I was expecting us to play like Keverton, first game playing the new system. I guess what I have to keep reminding myself is this is more than half the team are new players, and we're playing a new system. So it's going to take us a little while to settle into this and end up as good as Keverton. But we will get there. I'm sure we'll get there. And we do still have money. There's still the potential that this is a Disney song. I love this daily mix. This makes me feel like I'm driving on holiday to Disney. It's both Phil Collins and a Disney song. What a combination. Our season tickets have sold out. Devon Creel is injured. That's not so much of a big deal anymore as it would have been previously, because he's not really a starter for us anymore. Everton is a super team. It is. But so is this Leamington team. I will hydrate. Football! Villa are second in the league. They must have won on the first day. We're going to beat them. This is our local derby. I think Villa are still our localist team at this level. Because Birmingham and Coventry and bottle jobs can't get into the Premier League. So this is an early season derby for us. Oh, and we are getting Juan Luis Cañas. Cañas. What does the little wiggle mean? Who cares? We've got another player in. There's your posture check. Always making me check my posture. It's unacceptable. Just let me slouch, for goodness sake. I love slouching. I'll sit up straight when I want to. Don't make me sit up straight. Mom! I'm streaming. There he is, look. That'll do. I started the transfer window on the last stream saying how we wanted to get rid of all the little tippy-tappy attacking midfielders that we've got. And then we signed this guy. 5'9", little tippy-tappy central midfielder. We've gone full circle. M. Fairhurst, thank you for 3 months. Has Theodros retired yet? He retired as soon as he went to the MLS. That's what going to the MLS is. I don't know if he's now stopped playing football. Right. Shuffle budgets around a little bit. Can I not compare numbers correctly? There you go. We are back within budget. Theodros. There he is, look. Still playing in the retirement league. Having a lovely time of it as well. The N sounds like Nye. So it's Canias. I don't think that's right, is it? What's his name? Canillas. Yeah, the development centre's still a write-off. We don't even bother looking at it. Canas. I'm just going to call him Canis. We've got more Disney songs. I'm not complaining. I like a Disney song. Yeah, we can't let Nguema go out because we need a backup goalkeeper. I do wish I had Anal on here. Anal's brilliant. A goal, centre-back who scores more than a goal a game. Anyone would want one. Especially if he had a funny name. I mean, is this just going to be loads of Disney songs? It's such a weird playlist because we've got Muse, The Stone Roses, Oasis, Blur, but also Sarah McLachlan, Phil Collins, and the House Martins. This playlist sums me up perfectly, I think. Oh, Noose, thank you very much for the sub. All right. Let's beat Villa. Get our new Canillas involved. Where is he? Oh, he's unregistered. Probably register him then. Tell me I can register him. Oh, we've got registration problems. Oh, of course, we've got Simonovic as another striker. But he's not registered. Oh, no, we've got registration problems. I've got a little bit carried away. Someone's had a birthday and ruined it for everybody, haven't they? Which one of these idiots has had a birthday? Who's 22 and ruined everything? Dolman, Juarez. See, we don't need Juarez. This might be my cue to get rid of him because we just don't need him. I think I unregister Juarez and put Simonovic in. I think we need Simonovic more as a striker. A proper striker. And then we can get rid of... Oh, has Larius had a bid in? Who's it? Oh, it's a pathetic bid. We're not accepting those kind of bids. We want his full value. And I'm also going to offer out Juarez. But for now, Larios can stay in the squad. If Larios goes, we might keep Juarez. But we probably won't. Yeah, that's going to have to do. Right, now where's my new boy? There, he's on the bench now. That's where I want him. Right. This all looks correct. Right, football. Right. Let's do a football. Local derby o'clock. Look at them playing. They've got Tur up front. Back to nil Tur. Playing a 4-4-2 like a bunch of cavemen. Let's ruin them. Come on, Remy. Yeah. Beautiful. Thought that was Dolman. But no, Remy, all 5'11" of Remy clambering over him. Oh. Nearly. That would have been a thing of beauty. Oh, don't let them in now. Oh, look, you can see where I thought we were just filling in the corners of the ground, but clearly we're rebuilding this end to get our extra 6,000 seats. That seems excessive. Would have made more sense just to fill in the corners. But no, we're completely rebuilding this end behind the goal, even though those corners are ripe for the refilling. Why have we got nobody pressing here? There you go. That's more like it. Ah, gotta press. Come on, boys. Pressing is where it's at. It's what the cool kids do. And that's a good goal. The recap video is not missing. It's just not out yet. It'll be out tomorrow. They're usually not out before the next stream because of Twitch exclusivity stuff. So the highlight video from last stream will be out tomorrow, and the highlight video of this stream will be out early next week. In an ideal world, we'd have them out the next day, but then I'd be forcing Chris to work overnight every night, and I'd be breaking the terms of my Twitch contract at the same time. Feels unnecessary on 2 counts. Why they're just aimlessly lumping the ball forward. They're playing a 4-4-2 and just lumping it forward for long ball. Boring old Villa. Is this what they've become? Long ball again. Boring old Villa. Ugh, it's hideous to watch. Ah, good to see Tur hasn't changed. How confusing is two Ungamers? It's not. There's Ungamer at Tor and Ungamer in here. Easy. Is 1:15 too early for my weekly kebab? Yes, it is. Anything before 7 PM, I think, is too early for a kebab. I've got kidney stone trouble today, boys and girls. I might have to fetch a bottle of water in a minute. I love suffering from kidney stones as often as I do. Oh, very nearly a first goal for Marcelo. That would have been nice. So I sit with my arm like this to stretch my kidney out to try and get this stone moving. Mola, thank you very much for the sub. And Luca Dolman has scored after being robbed of the first goal. He does successfully score the second. I only remember to have it when you stream now. I mean, you don't have to have a kebab. You could just not have it. It's okay. Is it medication induced? No, I've always suffered from kidney stones. I remember the first time it was really bad and I had to go into hospital 7 or 8 years ago. When they did all the scans and stuff, they told me just that the linings of all those tubes and stuff in there were just absolutely scarred to pieces, where I'd clearly had dozens of kidney stones over the years. And a lot of the time I don't even notice them. Sometimes they're uncomfortable for a day or two, and then once in a blue moon, they're so painful I have to go to A&E and be pumped with morphine. I'm hoping this is just an uncomfortable one that I can flood out with a load of water and it'll be fine. Usually, once it starts hurting, if I drink a couple of big bottles of water, the pain goes away because it just washes the stone out. Drink a lot of cranberry juice. That sounds disgusting. I'm not a cranberry guy. Apparently lemon juice is good as well. There you go. Marcelo has his first goal now. What was the drink I was having in my Twitter picture today? It was just an iced coffee from McDonald's. I don't know specifically the stupid name that I've given it, the wangy McDonald's name. It was just the thing that most resembled an iced coffee on their on their picture menu. Andy went to the dentist this morning, so we had to take him to McDonald's on the way back. Right. We stick Marcelo up front, and then Showy forward comes on the right. That makes more sense. Wonder if it's anything like gallstones. I mean, I guess the science is similar. Apparently, kidney stones are the most painful thing you can suffer from. That's what the doctor told me. I had a lady doctor whisper to me quietly so the nurses didn't hear, and confirm that kidney stones are more painful than childbirth. But yeah, a bad kidney stone is like horrific pain. Passing out in pain. Vomiting at the side of the road in pain. Oh, they're horrible. Feels like you're being ripped apart from the inside out. Like I say, though, luckily, they don't get like that very often. Marcelo's quite good, isn't he? Is that offside again? There's a lot of offsides today. Kidney stones are my worst nightmare. Agreed, they're mine too. Just in general, I think I suffer from narrow tubes. Apparently the reason for my blood pressure is because my certain parts of my blood tubes, I don't know if it's veins or arteries or what, are narrower than they should be. Not because I've narrowed them through eating loads of burgers. They've been like that all my life. Believe it or not, my high blood pressure is not fatness induced. But the tiny veins lead to high blood pressure. The tiny urine tubes lead to the kidney stone problems. It's just, I've got tiny tubes. There's a lot of me, but I have tiny tubes. Do I like this song because it was the theme to Teachers? I've never seen Teachers, but I wouldn't know what the theme was. I like that song because Belle and Sebastian are cool. Yeah, I am Mr. Tiny Tubes. Posture check again? Goodness me. You lot are obsessed with my posture. Oh, a £19.5 million offer for Larios. That feels like the one we're accepting. He can go to Juventus. He wants to go to Juventus. Yeah, I think that's the deal we're making. It's going to be a shame to let him go, but it's a profit and he doesn't want to be here and he's out of contract at the end of the season. So I guess on that basis we can keep Juarez. Not that we really need to, but none of these are particularly attractive offers either. I'll offer him out once more with that turned off. He's not out of contract. I want 30 million for him. Why are they still coming in asking for wage contributions? No. We'll try one more time. Ah. No wage contributions. Killian's injured. Very sad. Right, we're going to put the reserves out against Leyton Orient. Have a little look at some of these new fringe players we've got. Best gig I've ever been to, and one gig you'd go to if you could pick one. Still active. Well, if they're still active, then I would just go. If there's any I particularly wanted to go to. Best gig I've ever been to probably was Muse. I've been to see Muse a few times. They were just, I mean, I've not seen them for 10 or 12 years, I should think, but they were consistently excellent live. So a Muse gig. I couldn't specify which one. Who would I like to see? I'd like to see the Strokes, actually. They're still active. Quite like to see the Strokes. I've kind of experienced the Strokes from the street outside their gig. They played some open air gigs in London a few years ago, and Lucy went to see them. And I kind of walked down there to walk her back to the train station afterwards and heard the last couple of songs, which was quite cool. Right, we don't want to sell Goo. We need him for the merchandising. I think I'm going to put Larios on the transfer list just to make sure he goes. We're going to cash in while we can. Liam Gallagher at Nebworth. I saw Oasis at the Milton Keynes Bowl years ago, which was pretty cool. But it was just full of meatheads. There was fighting in the crowd. It's the only gig I've ever been to where there was multiple fights in the crowd. Oasis fans in general just seem to be wangs. Quick Pick wants to play Juarez. That's why we need to get him out the door to stop confusing Quick Pick. But we're not letting a gamer leave. And now we have another Disney song. It's always as if I listen to a lot of Disney songs in the car. Right, where's Juarez? Let's loan him out. No one's going to buy him. Let's loan him out for full pay. And hope someone comes in with an optional future fee or something. No one wants Juarez. Why is Vold transfer list? What the hell? Why are these players transfer listed? I didn't transfer list them. Who else is secretly transfer? I did not transfer list those players. Pressure building on Fornals. Love it. Saw Queen. See, Queen would be someone I'd love to see. Right, we want to pick youth prospects for this game. Moraes is a youth prospect, is he, at 25? Rory Bailey's still alive. Now or at centre back. What will they think of next? By the way, I've never been more offended by people's stupidity than last night in the network game when nobody knew who He-Man was. How can anyone in history not know who He-Man is? You walk in a toy shop and there's still loads of Masters of the Universe figures. I refuse to believe people don't know who He-Man is. I don't know where my Skeletor figure is. I like to have them fight each other on my desk, but Skeletor seems to have gone missing. Do I like Stranger Things? I've tried to watch it a few times. It's just a bit slow and boring for me. I need stuff to be going on immediately, especially if you're going to have stupidly long, almost as long as movies episodes. TV shows should be a tight 22 minutes long, and it should be all action all the time. That's why most of the TV I watch is sitcoms. I don't want to have to concentrate too hard. I think they were faking. I think they do know who He-Man is. Have I seen The Boys? I watched the first couple of episodes. I watched the first episode in a cinema on a bus at Comic-Con a few years ago. A few months before it came out, and it was very good. And then I watched the first couple on Amazon, but again, it's too long. I haven't got time for 45, 50-minute long episodes of anything. Unless it's the greatest thing in the history of the world, and it's not. So I just haven't had a chance to watch it. Paper Girls show tomorrow. Hold the phone. Paper Girls is one of the best comics of the last 20 years. Where can I watch the show? I need to know. Where can I watch Paper Girls? This is officially the most important thing. Do I stream with my view account on or off? I don't. Is there a way to stream with it on? I don't have any Twitch stuff open in front of me while I'm streaming. So, I guess if you were to find Twitch, it would still be on because I've not turned it off. I don't have any Twitch stuff in front of me, so I don't see it. I don't need to know how many people are watching. The only time I'd need to check is if the chat went silent for like a minute. I'd need to check that you hadn't all gone away. It's on Prime Video. I will be watching that for sure. Paper Girls is awesome. Although, the last comic adaptation I was really excited about that was just a massive disappointment was Preacher. If it's as much of a disappointment as Preacher, I'm going to be really sad because it's one of my favourite comics. Am I going to watch All or Nothing Arsenal? Probably. As a lifelong Arsenal fan for the last year or so, probably. I've not watched any of the other All or Nothing stuff. Because that kind of thing doesn't really interest me. But as a lifelong Arsenal fan for over a year, probably will. Oof. Oof. Oh, very, very nearly a wonder goal free kick. Probably need to take Vaselinov and Moraes off in a minute, because they don't need to play 90 minutes in a game like this. Hope are coming back to perform live. Are they, by golly? They must be in their 60s now. They were old in 1992. Or they always seemed old. Right, let's take off the ones who are actually going to start in the league. So Sonny Demir can come on and make, or Sona Demir can come on and make his debut. Them lot are all fine to stay on. Vaselinov can come off for Simonovic. And I guess the other one who's likely to play in the league would be Vasquez. So Marcelo can come on for him and get a little bit of a run out. Have I ever done karaoke? Many times. Love karaoke. It's great. We really are going heavy on the Disney songs today. And I'm not complaining. Just checked. Amazon is dropping all Paper Girls episode at once, so no weekly wait. So there's no stream tomorrow then, folks, because I'll be watching Paper Girls. I'll probably stream. What's the basic outline of Paper Girls? There's no way to give it a basic outline. It is bonkers. To give you the outline would be a little bit of a spoiler, I think, because the when the main story kicks in, it's such a twist. You just have to watch it and find out. Sawyer Chris Gaming, thank you very much for the sub. The trailer shows it, does it? That's a little bit... not sure how I feel about the trailer showing that, because in the original comic, wasn't it? I might be misremembering. I feel like you see the original device thing at the end of the first issue. I don't want to be too spoilery because I don't know how much is shown in the trailer. I don't think you find out what it really means until the end of like the first trade. So we're like 6 issues in before we actually get an idea of what's going on, don't we? Or am I misremembering? Might have to reread it tonight. Up the Donny Rovers, oh dear. Well, you've got Lee Tomlin now, haven't you? So, have you got Lee Tomlin and Tommy Rowe at Doncaster at the moment? You're reassembling Posh's promotion team from 10 years ago. It's like a Posh retirement home. Have we got a gamer on the loan list or something? Why is everyone in for him? Oh, he's transfer listed. Why is he transfer listed? What is with people being transfer listed around here? Eight episodes total. What, they're doing the whole Paper Girl story in 8 episodes? That feels like not enough. Am I going to TwitchCon next year? In Paris? Yes, definitely. My plan is, and it's a ridiculous plan at the moment, but by then, Andy should have moved out. It'll just be me and Anna. I think what we're going to do, because Anna wasn't particularly taken with TwitchCon, but likes the adventure. So I think what we're going to do, and I have put this to work the space, and I think he's on board as well. I propose we plan to be there for like a week, drive to Disney, and stay at like Davy Crockett or the place we normally stay that I can't remember the name of, the Centre Parksy place, Village Nature. One of the places where you can get a multi-bedroom apartment. Just get a bunch of people in an apartment at Disney, and then the days TwitchCon is on, just get the train from Disney into the centre of Paris and do TwitchCon, but then like have a couple of days either side of it at Disneyland. I don't really care if anyone else comes as well, as long as me. I mean, that's what me and Anna are doing. We're gonna have a week in France, Disney either side, and TwitchCon in the middle. And when I'm at TwitchCon, Anna will probably just stay at the hotel. Network game from Disney. I am up for it. Got more beautiful South here, haven't we? Wow. Recently started watching Daredevil. I didn't like it from the beginning. Now I'm just a fanboy of all the Hell's Kitchen saga. I tried to get into all that, but again, it falls into the thing I was saying about The Boys. It's just too much and too long. I watched the first season of Daredevil, And then what was it? Jessica Jones that came next. I watched maybe half of that before I fell off, and then didn't watch Luke Cage or Punisher or whatever else came next. Didn't watch the second series of Daredevil. Just basically fell off all the Marvel Netflix stuff at that point. So I am multiple seasons behind. So if the new Daredevil that's going to be on Disney Plus picks up where that left off, I have got some catching up to do. Can I point out we are currently in a Champions League spot? Oh, yeah, this is the year. We're going invincible. Season 2 of Daredevil is when the good stuff kicks off. Yeah, but in order to enjoy it, do you have to have watched Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist and whatever else? Because I ain't. I'm not. I haven't got time. I'll just have to read a summary of what happened. We have no one to come on and play on the left wing. That seems like an oversight. Right, this is going to be a last outing for Larios. He's about to go to Juventus. Daredevil doesn't require the others. I might watch season 2 of Daredevil then at some point. When is the new Daredevil out? How much time have I got to get caught up on that? Because doesn't She-Hulk start next week as well? Is that next week? I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. I was the same with the Arrowverse. I absolutely loved Arrow first couple of seasons. Managed to keep up with it when it was Arrow and Flash. But then when they brought in Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl and Batwoman and goodness knows what else, I just fell off and haven't been back. And it's a shame because, like I say, loved Arrow. Larios has got sent off in his final game for Leamington. How appropriate. He's been on the pitch 1 minute, got himself sent off. I mean, if ever there's a man who's just desperate to leave at this point, I don't really know what we did to him. He's been a hero for 3 years, and now he's so desperate to leave he can't even be bothered to stay on the pitch. He's just gone on, done an absolute wild man moron challenge, got himself sent off, and that's the end of him at Leamington. Ugh. Good riddance. As much as I loved him, we got 3 years out of him, and he's just turned into a wombat. Yeah, I think their goalkeeper is the one that I signed for Posh on Earth 1, I think. Ocampos. Good eye. Let's not concede in the last minute, eh, lads? Oof. Oof. I'll score, though. I don't mind scoring in the last minute. I just poured that all down myself. Lid. Need to get another one. I need to keep it flowing through. Kill all kidney stones. What a song that is, by the way. Oh, that was a great song. Beautiful South seem to have been forgotten when they were actually great. I'd certainly forgotten they existed until this playlist has decided to throw them at me today. It seems weird that we've not got Europe this year. My word, Smooth Man is here, complete with his mod sword. How have I not stripped you of mod status after all this time of you not bothering to turn up? You're just in here looking for a free sub off of somebody. Shady doesn't hang out here anymore. You have to pay for your own sub. Hello, Smoothman. Smoothman's in, everybody. Smoothman, you know who He-Man is, don't you? Stop streaming during the daytime when I work. Stop working during the daytime, you weirdo. Isn't it time you left to become a layabout streamer? I left there 5 years ago, Smoothman. Time to go. Smoothman, time to go. I've now not been a teacher for longer than I was a teacher for. Who doesn't know who He-Man is? Dr. Space and Work the Benji. Neither of them knew yesterday. I mean, I'll forgive Zealand for not knowing. But those two had no idea. He-Man as in Skeletor He-Man. Yeah, exactly. As in He-Man. Jack and Ben tried to claim they didn't know who He-Man is. We haven't ever found Devon Creel, no. The search for Devon Creel continues. Did Smoothman just get a gifted sub? Polar, what are you doing? Oh, Smoothman has never put his hand in his pocket. Who the hell's Chris Kinsella? Great hair. We're also linked with Alan. Not you. Not Alan the alpaca who's sat behind me. 5'6" Brazilian. I like him. I don't think we need to do any more business, really. Who's Victor Hernandez, a left back. So Larios will leave today. We'll take part. Dundee United linked with a £33 million offer for Weaver. I think we have to take that if it comes in. Gaining trick subs from others is my internet gimmick. Yeah, I don't approve of it. More 18-year-olds. I guess we could bring some 18-year-olds in. You can never have too many. I'm just conscious of not bringing anyone else in old enough to affect Premier League registration because we've already got problems there. So if Larios is gone, I guess I can put Juarez back in. Well, it looks like we've got an offer in for Juarez as well, so we could potentially buy one player. Everton now in for this guy that I was chasing all summer. And then pulled out of Manchester United. Well, fine. Actually, you know what? You can go to Juventus. You're a jerk. You'll go where I tell you to go. I'm not selling you to Manchester United. You'll go to Juventus and you'll like it. You lot can pay all of his wages. I mean, it's a pathetic fee. But I guess we don't need him, so we'll just let him go. We're not letting Koenig go. Right. So we've potentially got some money coming in now. What we got 80% retained transfer revenue, which means we'll have about 17 million to spend once Larios does one. Get out of here, you scum. So let's see what we've got. It's going to have to be just 18-year-olds. We want them to become homegrown. It's going to be really hard not to sing along to this song. You might have to just take your headphones off for 2 minutes. Just don't sing, Kev. You're in public. You're going to embarrass yourself. Oh, I might have to skip it. Ha! Don't sing. Don't sing. Don't sing. Ah! Ah! Got to control myself. It's actually hurting me not to sing along. Oh, look at everyone who wants Sean Dessert. I love a bit of dessert as well. So let's get him in. Come on, Sean. All the big clubs want him. Oh, I can't do my normal and Spurs joke because they're not there. Spoilt things a little bit. Oh, don't sing, don't sing, don't sing. Oh, I'm concentrating so hard on not singing. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go and have a lie down after this. I've never had to concentrate so hard on anything. It's just like doing my driving test again. No one else seems to be wanted by anyone any good. 18-year-olds wanted by big clubs is what we're looking for. He's wanted by Leverkusen and Atletico. He's very expensive. We can't afford him. We needed him before their big move. Come on, Dessert. Desert wants to be a fridge player. I like it. No, you can't loan him back because we want him to become homegrown. Board won't let me sell Juarez. Brilliant. I agree I would like a bit more, but that's how you feel, then fair enough. I mean, why get involved then? Because it was obviously how I felt, or I wouldn't have agreed to it in the first place, would I? Idiots. Why can't I sing? Blame my parents. It's genetics, I think. Bribe the agent. Bribe the agent. Why can't we bribe the agent? Why is it not? Why is it not letting me change the agent money? Oh, there we go. Bribey, bribey. Should I give the player 9 million to sign for us? That probably is a little excessive. We'll increase some of these things. Here you go, give him 250,000 up front. Sign for us, Dessert. I imagine Man United are going to loan him back because the AI is stupid and doesn't care about homegrown players. Vold is not leaving. No. Now Juventus are involved. Oh, we're not getting him, are we? Juventus are taking Larios. They don't need Dessert as well. Let's offer him a little bit more again. Convince him to come here. Larios, I think I am going to give him a parting comment, even though he's an idiot on his last game. That's very nice of you. Yeah, well, one of us is the bigger man here, Pablo. You've been a little bit of a wang there, haven't you? And forced your way out. Not happy. Now we have to give Spurs 300 grand as well. What is the world coming to? Who's going to fetch me a bottle of water so my kidney doesn't explode? Smoothman. Come get me a bottle of water. They're just the other side of the door. Why? Come on now, Dessert. Why are you going there? How much are they paying him? I bet they're not paying him anywhere near 20 grand a week. I hate being a small club. It's 13 grand. We were paying him so much more than that. And look how good he is. Oh, Oh. I see that it would be a long journey for you, Smoothie, but you're forgetting the hidden benefit of it does mean I don't have to get out of my chair. You could even, as you entered my office, because the front door's unlocked, just pop in. You'll see which one's my office. It's right next to the front door. Grab a bottle of water from the floor outside the office, and you can come in, lower my chair while I'm sitting in it, and then hand me the water. Revenge for all those years. None of these 18-year-olds are that appealing anymore. What have we got on here as the criteria? Is there anyone not interested that we can try and sign? No. So I guess we'll widen the criteria. Now we've got rid of Juarez and Larios. I guess we can bring in someone a little bit older and still register them. What do we actually need? Kind of need a striker, I think. I think we kind of need a striker. They're all too old. Right, this guy's at Manchester City. Should we just loan the guy from Manchester City? Or should we take this Brazilian? I wonder which one we'll do. Oh, he's another deep line forward. They're no use to anybody. He's wanted by Dundee United. Is he the next one on their conveyor belt? Oh, look at his quickness. He can't finish, but who cares? He's going to get so many chances. He's our new ideal backup for Selenov, surely. Surely. They can play on either wing as well. 30 million release clause is a problem. We don't have 30 million. I mean, let's just do it. And no, not him. Where's the guy? Then we'll just ask the board to put it through after we've agreed terms. We're not going to ask now. We'll ask when he's already here. He's outside. You can't say no. He's right outside the door. I feel like Smoothman isn't coming to get me a drink. I don't think we're getting this guy, are we? Because everyone else also wants him. Oh, no, he has agreed to us. But now I have to interact with the board. Hi, board. Nikita's outside. Can he stay for tea? Spending a large amount of money on someone who likely wouldn't be one of our best players would be irresponsible. Hello? Ah. Shall I do a work the space and resign? I can't stress how important. You can ask as much as you like. Well, I will then. Show more ambition. That's unfair. We want nothing but the best for this club. Well, then we're going to get left behind. Ah! At least no one else can sign him because we're delaying it into a deadline. Oh, give me a football boy. Oh, Pooney. That's a great name. Pooney. Come on, Pooney. I want him now. I've lost interest in the other guy. I want Pooney. Pooney's got 5-star potential. He's even more expensive. Come on, Pooney. We should probably loan this guy then, just so we've got another body in. We need somebody. Why is there no music on a YouTube stream upload? It's kind of awkward just listening to my voice. How is it awkward just listening to my voice? That's literally what my YouTube videos are. I've made a career out of people just listening to my voice. The answer is twofold. One, copyright on YouTube wouldn't allow me to do it. And two, it would be a really clunky edit if Chris had to edit around music, because songs would just cut off randomly as he went from clip to clip. So he needs a musicless stream to edit. I don't want this guy. Oh, Dundee United are trying to get involved and ruin my fun now. Who's this guy? Lionel Garcia. Yeah. The awkward pauses between my voice. Well, you'll only get them on the stream replay, won't you? And don't watch the stream replay. Watch the ones I pay for. Watch the highlights. The stream replays are just there for the completionists. So you're a completionist. The highlights should be enough for... And Chris should be editing the highlights so there's no awkward gaps. If he's not, he's getting fired! We've signed this guy, Jordan Vedecchia, to just be a reserve in 2 positions that we needed a little bit of cover for. We're probably not really going to use him. I've got an itchy back now. I watch for your face. You are welcome. This is just for you. Alan Kardec. Is he, though? I mean, this guy looks ideal. We perhaps didn't need the guy off of Manchester City. He scores goals. Yeah, we'll take this guy. Oh, no, we won't, because the offer was rejected. Posture check. Here we go. Oh, I felt everything click as I did that. What the hell's going on here? I'm not loaning this guy out. No. No, is he actually gone? No! Now he's not going to become homegrown. Oh, no. What a waste of however much money we spent on him. Oh, we've wasted £5 million. Oh, no, 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 no. How has that happened? Why was I not involved in that process? Oh, this is Smoothman's fault for not hydrating me when I needed it. Oh, for goodness sake, Smoothman. Oh. Who's this guy? Vasy Pupusyev. Do we need a left back? I don't think we do, really. We've got Saka and Vold. Smoothman's now hydrating me. That's how you're going to be. I'll go and get it myself. Alan, you need to hold things down while I go and get a drink. Alan's gonna look. Alan's looking after the stream for a minute while I go and fetch a bottle of water. Behave, Alan. Don't say anything I wouldn't say. Have you behaved yourself, Alan? Hope so. Come on, you can come back over here. I see you all trying to lead Alan astray. Looks like Alan's a monster. You didn't get crime of. If the stream replay doesn't have speech bubbles on Alan, I'll be upset. I mean, you know what to do, Chris. Earn your money. Alan said all the bad words. We'll be having a conversation later, Alan. Yeah. Don't make me become Team Dave. Him and Dave hate each other. Alan was honestly kind of awful. I understand why Dave doesn't like him. Yeah, goodness sake, Alan. Next time I have to go and get a drink, Dave's taken over. And if that means you get savaged, Alan, then so be it. You had your chance. You blew it. Right, is there anyone who should be registered that isn't? No, good. Can we have a transfer window? Sorry, we did one right at the start of the stream. I'll show it to you very quickly. Ta-da! If you want a full summary, 'twas at the start of the stream. It took me several minutes to do. Saka's won player of the month. Are we, hold the phone. We've got an international break and we're not terrorizing the city of Coventry. What? As Coventry Sphinx are getting it this time. Stupid Coventry. Honestly, if Dave took over, you'd probably lose your stream. Remember how popular Dave Cam is? Yeah, I know. That's why I had to relegate him to the living room. I'm the star around here, not some dog. Right, I was supposed to drink this, wasn't I? I went and fetched it and then didn't open it. This is for you, smoothie. Oh, yeah. Can we get an Alan cam? I mean, probably. Hold on. We can do this. We can do this. It's not going to be very zoomed in, but hold on. Hold on. There's Alan, look. He's holding my shoes at the moment. But there is Alan, sat on top of the air conditioner. He's not doing very much, is he? What you can see is look how thick my hair is. My dad was bald by the time he was 30. Thank you, Mum, is all I'm going to say about my hair. Not even a hint. Not even a hint that I'm going to go the way of my father. Wonderful. What were we doing? Beautiful. 40 years old and a hairline like that. What a lucky man. What a lucky lady Anna is. Is that Cactus Jack? Yeah, that's Cactus Jack over there. Just being a cactus. He had to deal with me. That could be the reason for the baldness. Maybe. Although, by the time he was bald, I was only like 2 years old. I don't think the first 2 years of my life were that traumatic. Or were they? Play Chelsea next. 18th place, Chelsea. We could get somebody sacked here. Who's Chelsea manager in this universe? Let's get them fired. We should probably play that guy we signed off of them. Premier League, Chelsea, Frank Lampard. Oh, God. What are you for, Frank? Frank Lampard's career. Just been sacked everywhere he's gone. Rangers, Southampton, Leicester, Porto. And now he's been at Chelsea, back at Chelsea for 5 years. Oh, what's Editor Chris up to? Faffing around playing for Ghana under 20s. Having the time of his life. Means he can't play in this friendly against the Sphinx. Leamington 32. Coventry Sphinx 0. That's what we're about to see. We love terrorizing Coventry. I want the score now. I want to see how much punishment we inflicted this time. Only 18-0. That, quite frankly, is disappointing. They've got off lightly there. Showy forward with 5 goals. Marcelo with a double hat-trick. Then Demir, Harrow, Nawar. Who the hell is Mohamed Marshall? Simonovic got 2. Who is Mohamed Marshall? 16-year-old centre-back who's just scored. Good work, Mohamed Marshall. Right, come on, we need to go and deal with Chelsea. We're in goal-scoring form now. Kind of game Ed Webb loved. He did love those kind of games. We're at the point now where I'm looking at that Chelsea team thinking I don't know any of these like art. Although, that being said, was it Norwich we had Diego Knoll? He seems to have taken a different career trajectory here on Earth too. Atletico, Bayern, Barcelona, Chelsea. I think on Earth 1, we signed him from Switzerland and he just stayed at Norwich until we outgrew him and then he became a Norwich reserve and left to go and play for some team in Luxembourg. Wow. Chelsea got relegated in 2035 in my save. Wonderful stuff. Well, hope. What year is it? 2039. This will be this season. They're done. They've got Frank Lampard in charge and Norwich reserve at centre back. They are finished. Vasquez is now a British citizen. Lovely stuff. Who is he playing for? Oh, Arsenal, of course. And Norwich. Wow. Don't sing, Kev. Don't sing, Kev. Don't sing, Kev. I need to stop playing Oasis songs, I think. The temptation's too strong. I'm just going to be silent so that I don't sing. This is my era. This is the music I grew up with. Probably listened to this album more than any other album ever. It came out when I was, what, 13? Sergio Delgado is playing for Liverpool in this universe, I think. And doing lots of footballs. Are there any real players left in the database? Probably. The likes of, I don't know, who are your teenagers now? I imagine Jude Bellingham's still playing for Manchester City. We can look at the Dream 11. Is Bellingham finally done? There's Delgado. There you go. Bellingham is still at City at 35. So there's one or two. Yeah, Gavi's at Everton. I think Mokoko's at Manchester United. Have I seen the Find Kevin t-shirt on QWERTY? I have, and I've ordered it. It is great. If anyone's not seen it, these like really should be sponsoring me by now. There you go. This is the shirt. Where's Kevin? So I've ordered myself one of those. I also ordered, let's see if I can find it. As part of the same order, this is where I got the human shirt. Lots of people asked. It's exclamation mark QWERTY if you want a QWERTY shirt. A QWERTY shirty, which I think is how they describe them. Probably. Where's the other one that I got? Maybe it's not made it onto this because they had a huge sale. So it might be that it's not on the list anymore. I've got that one already, which is great. It's not there. I got one that said, sorry I'm late, I didn't want to come, which I think is perfect. Wear that anytime I'm anywhere I don't want to be. Yeah, keep me hydrating. I approve. I never knew the Beautiful South had done a version of this song. And I don't know why this playlist is so full of the Beautiful South today. I'm going to keep bringing it up. Right. Oh, that's my new boy. Online from Manchester City. Okay, this all looks... Oh, Van Shake at right back. What? Who? Where? Why? Where's... What's his face? Where's Raven? Am I being blind? Why can't I see him? Oh, he's there. He's not fully fit. That's why. Okay, I'll allow it then. Can I bring back home for FM23 bigger and better than ever? Probably not. Maybe FM24. Got to leave it long enough that it's... I come up with a new idea for it, really. I can't just manage home again. I've done that 3 of the last 4 years. That being said, I do miss the little bit of extra income from selling shirts. This is the first year in about 5 years that I've not sold shirts, I think. Even going back to the LOLLUJO FC ones, the really horrible ones we did. Have I ever done a North American team? Yes. Multiple times. Offside! I wouldn't do a new created club. If I was going to do a create a club save, it would be home. And we get the Streamer Showdown kits made. I mean, maybe one day. I don't own that, so that's a decision for Matt and Ben. And then I guess there'll be a discussion about how revenue is shared. But those shirts are Streamer Showdown property. I do keep meaning to set up get a do a football shirt. I need someone to design it properly. I don't just want it to be a black t-shirt with white Times New Roman text saying do a football. I need someone with some talent to actually design a t-shirt for me. And if you're not an actual designer, please don't send me your suggestions, because it then makes me feel bad when I have to tell you, well, no, obviously this is rubbish. I need a proper one. I don't want one that looks like someone, like, I don't want an enthusiastic amateur's best effort. I want it to look like real good quality merch, or I don't really want to sell it. I want it to be a shirt that people would happily wear in public, not without feeling the need to explain who I am. It doesn't need my name on it. It doesn't need my face on it. It just needs to say do a football, but in a nicely designed way. So it's just a shirt you could wear down the pub. And I want it to be a shirt that someone who's never heard of me would buy and wear. Yeah, QWERTY style. Absolutely. And then I will sort it. But you don't hear a lot of Sheryl Crow on Twitch, do you? Ah. That is who this is, isn't it? Yes. Oh, my word. Thought that had gone into the back of the net. Look at us! We're getting Frank Lampard sacked. That's all I ever wanted. Beautiful stuff. Remy's injured or tired. What's up with your Remy? Well, he's actually injured. Come on in, Connor. First appearance of the season for Connor Weaver. The fact our club captain isn't even first reserve in his position now after starting 30 games last season is a demonstration of how effective our summer transfers were. We've upgraded massively everywhere. Why do we not have a left back on the bench? Devon Creel can come on against his old club. Wow. Vedecchia on debut is having a shocking game. So let's bring on the former Chelsea boy, C. Anus. Wants to be a playmaker out there. He needs to grow up. He's not Ungramer. He doesn't get to be a playmaker. How much have we spent this summer? About 250 million. Net spend of only about 120 million, though. I'm not mad. But we've done a one window rebuild on a team I've been managing for nearly 20 years. We've decided to just go all in on trying to get in the Champions League this year after 3 mid-table Premier League finishes. And it seems to have started quite well. We've just beaten Chelsea away from home. Eyes peeled for Frank Lampard's sacking, because they might be bottom of the league after that. Got money on Peterborough winning League One this year, Kev. Hope they don't let me down. We won't let you down. I mean, Derby is going to spoil it for everybody because they're cheating. If you've got it each way, you'll be all right. But Derby are going to win League One because they're cheats. Posh will go up automatically with them. Anna's here. What? Anna wants new knees. If anyone wants to donate new knees, let me know. Alan just held the stream down for a minute or two while I nipped out there to get water. Apparently he said some hideous things. Dave, they really don't like each other. Portsmouth are winning League One. Oh, that's adorable. I do like it when people get ideas of nonsense. Dane, Scarlett, Pigott and Bishop up top. I mean, none of them are Johnson Clark Harris, are they? He's a guaranteed 30 goals this season at this level. Then you've got Jack Marriott on the bench. That's how good we are. Jack Marriott on the bench. Why?
Put it where it's supposed to be.
What are you...
This goes right there. You've just put it in the thing.
What are you talking about? It's just an iron.
Wrap it.
What do you mean wrap it? I don't know what you want me to do with it.
Wrap it, Kevin.
I don't know what you want me to do with it. I have never wrapped an iron.
When you got that was wrapped up.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
No, I wrapped it up, but then you used
Wrap it. How? I don't know what you want me to do with it.
Turn around. Turn around. Look.
What do you mean?
Look. This bit is thin.
Well, how would I know to do that?
Wrap it, Kevin.
We've lived together more than 10 years and you have never asked me to do that. Ah! Shoes! Put my shoe back.
Are you going to wrap it?
You just have. I don't need to. He-Man's doing the splits. Thank you for that input, Anna. That was appreciated. That was Anna's comedy interlude. We just did a bit where she pretended to be angry about something dumb that no one would get angry about.
I am.
This is what happens when I have to go to Lucy's graduation. I have to iron a shirt. I think it's the first time I've used the iron since we've lived in this house. We're playing Manchester United now, everybody. Yeah, do I look like an iron wrapper? Come on now. What my response... Is she gone? My response should have been that she should have ironed my shirt. Then we wouldn't have this problem, would we? Nobody mentioned that never needs sharing. Showy forward. What are the chances Anna's in the chat now that she's banging around in the utility room at the moment? I can hear her because that's the next room along. It's probably where she discovered the iron. I think she's putting washing on, which means my shelves are going to start shaking because the washing machine backs onto this wall. So stuff's going to start falling off the wall. This is why my wrestlers all fall over all the time. Right, this looks a bit more like it. Ravens back. We beat Manchester United. We are genuinely in the Champions League mix, I think. That end doesn't look like it's any closer to being finished. I don't know why I looked at my watch, but I'm pretty sure the stadium expansion is supposed to be finished by October. Unless they're planning to just unveil it last minute and take all the scaffolding down in one go. I'm a little bit concerned it doesn't look very close to being finished. That was close. Oh, Connor Howard. Is he in? Behave yourself. That was offside. Yeah, that does not look like it's going to be ready for October to me. Come on, do a football. Oh, that was not a football. Kick him. Kick him in the knees. I still don't know why we're rebuilding that end that was only built 3 years ago rather than just filling in these corners. It baffles me. I imagine once this is finished, the next time we see the ground, the corners will be filled in, despite that's not where the building was happening. Because Football Manager is a strange game. Unless this is just going to be a mega stand, because we're adding 6,000 to our capacity. So what was this, a 20,000 capacity ground before? So previously, I guess you would have fit 3,000 or 4,000 in there. So that's being turned into, and it looked like that. So it's being turned into an end that you can fit 3 times the amount of people in. A 10,000 capacity end of the ground in a 25,000 capacity stadium. It's going to look very lopsided. Oh, what a goal! Tell you what, I questioned him a little bit when he turned up from Arsenal and wasn't as good as my scouts said he would be. But that's his 3rd goal of the season already. We're top of the Premier League, and this is an absolute belter. Let's have a look at it from the other angle. Boom, first time, top corner. That'll do, boys and girls. We are top of the league. Wonderful stuff. Come on, chaps, let's do another football. Were there any changing plans for Kevin Chapman channel? Weekly videos on Tuesdays is the norm now. Yeah, that's not really a change of plan. That's been the case for about a month now. 2-0 up. Yeah, there's going to be travel videos on Tuesdays, and if I decide to make any other videos, they'll come out on other days. But yeah, I think we're just... the plan was always, once Andy moved out, to become a travel vlog anyway on that channel. I think we've just pulled the what do you pull? Pulled the switch? We've done that early because no one cared about any of the other content. We've just gone early. We've not pulled the plug because pulled the plug suggests that we've thrown stuff away. Pulled the trigger. Pulled the trigger! There we go. We've pulled the trigger. Round of applause. Don't know what this was. You can tell I've never fired a gun. We pulled the trigger on that early because it's the content that's most fun to make and people seem to enjoy watching it. And that was the plan anyway. The Pokemon stuff no one was watching. It was damaging the channel, that being on there, and only getting like 1,000 views a video. So yeah, it's just a travel vlog now. Once Andy is moved out and settled in his new place, I'll probably put a lot of the old vlogs back on there. one of the reasons so much stuff has been taken off the channel is because I don't necessarily want people making decisions about his future to find it. So it's a lot of the stuff that he's in is hidden for now. We'll get him moved and settled and then stick all that back on and we have a bit more of a back catalogue on there again. Because from our point of view, we quite like being able to go back and watch the old videos, and we can't at the moment because they're not there. We're 3-0 up over Manchester United. But yeah, the long-term plan just for us in general is I'd like to get to the point where we maybe are here for 3 weeks of the month. But this will be on average. It won't be a set like routine. Sometimes we'll go away for a couple of weeks and then have a couple of months at home. But I would like to get into a thing where once a month on average, we're away for at least 4 or 5 days, maybe a week or so that we can then have weekly videos, travel vlogs every week throughout the year. So we need 52 days of traveling and doing stuff each year, spread out nicely over the year. That'll allow me to carry on doing daily Football Manager videos, which is the bread and butter, but then do something really fun as well and go and see the world a bit. Is Dolman still 5-star potential? I don't think so. He's 4.5. He's not far off. Right. Shall we forward on over there? I also have my plan now for how I could make Football Manager videos on the road as well, if we decide to go away for a little bit longer sometimes, which is also a possibility. I want to get out there and see the world. Build a van, get Starlink and be on the road. I mean, yeah, I'd love to do that. Anna has absolutely ruled out van life. I would love to do it. Leamington are going to win everything. Let's hope so. I mean, this is an exceptional result. This really is a message sender. Welcome to Nothing's Legend from Las Vegas. The plan for Football Manager videos on the road is a pretty simple plan. I've got... Let's see if I can get this down. Oh! I've got a few of these little Elgato Keylight Minis, which you can mount on top of a camera. So the plan is, for face cam, we just use my vlog camera with a light mounted on top. We've got an Elgato Wave microphone Anna uses for the podcast, which could be for the audio. And then for the game, I run Football Manager on the Steam Deck, HDMI out of that into an Elgato going into my laptop. So I'm capturing the footage that's being played on the Steam Deck, but with a keyboard and mouse, obviously, so it's actually playable. Capture that onto the laptop, and then take the game footage, the face footage off the camera, can edit it all together in Premiere on my laptop, and it'll be fine. I could then do that from anywhere. All the only additional things I would have to take in my bag compared to a normal trip is the microphone and a keyboard and mouse, which could just slot into the laptop bit. So with very minimal extra stuff, I could do Football Manager from anywhere in the world. I probably wouldn't be able to stream, but I could still make videos if I had to. So if we ever, like at some point, we've always had the plan to buy a Winnebago and drive across America. So I think we're allowed in America for 3 months at a time on a tourist visa. So there will be times in the next 3 or 4 years, probably, where we're in America for 3 months in one go. So there are times when I can't really stack up the Football Manager videos in advance, but I'd carry on making the videos while I was away. So just work from the road, record them out of my Winnebago. Surely the travel would be affected. I mean, yeah, but it's better than not being able to do it at all, because ultimately I have to be able to pay for the traveling. So this allows me to do my job from the road. I wouldn't be able to stream while I was away, but I could still get daily videos out or maybe 5 days a week or something. What would you do with the podcast during all of this? Probably still do it. Or maybe not do it. I don't know. Not really thought about that. I mean, the podcast is just a hobby. It's not even monetized. Work visa required. I don't think you need a work visa to tour the country in a Winnebago. You get lots of these van life channels on YouTube that I'm sure they're not going on a work visa. I think the quality of the videos would suffer. I don't think so. I mean, that camera, I mean, I wouldn't use this 90D. I'd use my EOS R that I use. I'd take that with me instead of this camera. So the face cam would be exactly the same, with nice lighting. The microphone, the Elgato Wave is a perfectly serviceable microphone. The Steam Deck can run AAA games with no problem, so it will certainly be able to run Football Manager fine. It will just be different backgrounds. So, yeah, I don't see that it would be a problem. We're going to put the youths out here. And obviously, I'd test it all in advance. I'm not just going to assume it'll be fine. We'd do a little bit of testing it in the UK first, and if it doesn't work, we perhaps have to adjust the plan a little bit. I lived in the US for 3 months using the Taurus Ester. Don't know what that is. No visa needed. But yeah, we'd obviously look into all that stuff properly. And if we didn't get to see everything in 3 months, we'd disappear for a bit and just park our Winnebago up somewhere and then go back and pick up where we left off for another 3-month stint. And if we were to do that during the summer, then we're not, like, I'd make sure I was at home and able to stream for FM launch and stuff like that. I'm not going to be touring America in October and November. It's quite apart from anything else. I need to be in Tokyo in early January for Wrestle Kingdom. Anna doesn't know. That's why I want to go in January. Which state would I like to go to first? I mean, I'm very flexible about that kind of thing. Whichever state the Winnebago that we buy is in. I guess we'd just find a Winnebago and then go to that state, pick it up and start our adventure from there. I mean, I've never been to America, so I want to see everything. Me and Anna have talked about this for 10 years. So I think the way the original plan was, we fly over to Florida, buy a Winnebago there, drive across the country for 3 months, and then sell it in San Diego the day after Comic-Con finishes 3 months later. That was the original plan, but it doesn't have to be that rigid. Bring my cowboy style hat. I will. Orlando, Kev, Disney and Universal. Exactly. And plus, because of Anna's back problems and whatnot, her disabilities, it's not, when we do go traveling, it's not like we can be out and about doing stuff every day anyway. If she has a big out and about day, she needs a rest day anyway. So whoever it was saying that, would it affect my travels? No more so than her disability would. So it gives me something to do on those days when we're just kind of hanging around, not doing anything anyway. Because when you watch the Amsterdam vlogs, you'll see that Anna is with me on the Friday and the Saturday, but the Sunday she's nowhere to be seen because she was just in the hotel all day. And then she's back again for the Monday. A lot of America is just flat, empty space, so it can be quite boring. Well, they're the bits that we just drive through to get to the next place we're going to. Believe me, I watch a lot of van life stuff on YouTube, and that's mainly based in America. Oh my word, what a free kick. Can we just have a look at that again? Bang. That's an 18-year-old kid who's just done that. Oh, yeah, my hotel location for Amsterdam was perfect. We were 2 stops away from Amsterdam Central. There was a metro and a tram stop right outside the hotel. We were 4 stops away from the Rye. Nowhere was more than 10 minutes away from our hotel. It was perfect because I did my obsessive amount of research. They mocked me for having my Amsterdam guidebook. I research these things. I don't just pick the cheapest hotel 35 minutes outside of the city like those numbskulls did. And I bet they didn't pay much less than I did. Our hotel was only £200 a night. Not even that. I think it was like £560 total for 3 nights. That included the late checkout. If we checked out at 2 on the Monday. So including a late checkout, £560 for 3 nights for 2 people. So I can't imagine theirs was much cheaper than that for being nearly 40 minutes outside of the city. It took them 35 minutes on the metro on the same line we were on to get to us. So they were on there for 35 minutes. I think was that included in the vlog? I can't remember. But they basically travelled down the metro for 35 minutes and we just got on 2 stops before the end. Only £200 like Twitch and YouTube and treating you right. I mean, if you ever booked a hotel, £200, that's cheaper than a hotel in London. Maybe you're staying in some really, really grotty hotels, but a Premier Inn in London is more than that. So I'll take, well, it's less than £200 a night. Not use London as a standard. All the world's cheap then. Yeah, but that's where I mostly book hotels. So I do use that as the standard because I stay in London hotels for like 6 weeks of the year. So if I can find a hotel cheaper than a London Premier Inn, then I'm happy. And it's cheaper than a hotel at Disneyland Paris as well, which is also important. Rodriguez! We haven't forgotten him. Don't compare a capital with a tiny town somewhere. I mean, we're talking about London and Amsterdam. They're both capital cities. Unless that's the point you're making. It was a major European capital city during a major event. Yeah, that's the point you're making. Yeah, okay. You're on Team Kev, I'll allow it. I imagine all the Amsterdam prices were jacked up that weekend anyway, because all the streamers were in town. We were everywhere. We took over that city that weekend. There's nothing I enjoy more than splattering McDongs everywhere. It's beautiful. Couldn't happen to a nicer club. I'm having a lovely evening. You streamers with your streaming money. I mean, streaming money is less than working in McDonald's money for me. Let's not pretend streaming pays well. YouTube pays well. But I couldn't stream full time. I stream so that I can hang out and chat to you like in the afternoons, and because NordVPN pay me to do it. Which, by the way, click NordVPN, do exclamation mark NordVPN in chat. You want to see me continue to stream? Because without them, I wouldn't be able to afford to. On a scale of 1 to 25, how much do I like Burnley? Is the scale like to dislike or like to completely indifferent about? Because I am completely indifferent to Burnley. So where does that put me on the scale? In the middle or at the bottom? You're not having Koenig. He's about to become homegrown. Then you can loan him all you want. Oh, hang on. What? Oh, no, he is about to become homegrown. In 280 days, he can go on loan wherever he wants. He's homegrown at club then. He's still 5-star potential. So he might have a season on loan after this season. Manchester United. 1 is really hate, 25 is love. So I guess I'm a 12 then. Just couldn't care less. This is such a weird playlist today. We've had some really great songs and then loads of Phil Collins as well. I love it. It's brilliant. Corey Matt, thank you very much for the sub. Was your question about Burnley you testing to see if I was worthy of a sub? I like it. We're top of the Premier League still, by the way. I mean, they're now playing 19th place Bournemouth. Did Frank Lampard get sacked? I'd like to think Frank Lampard got sacked. That would give me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside if we got Frank Lampard sacked. Manager movements. Sean Dyche resigned from his job at Blackburn and was replaced by Mikel Arteta. Oh, Matt, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Very kind of you. 12 gifted subs to signify the 12 out of 25 score that I rated Burnley. I like it. Should have said 25. Love them. I would love them for more subs. Or hate them, whatever the right answer is. Thank you very much, Corey Matt. Much appreciated. Right, who are we playing? Bournemouth. Let's beat them good. Beat them like we mean it. I haven't stood up yet, so I'm going to stand up for this one. My buttocks are going slightly numb. It's not dust, it's the pattern on the monitor. Up a bit more. Come on, a bit more. Then I'll stand. Up a bit more. Of course, the camera's still set up for Alan Cam, isn't it? So you can now see Alan. We're going to have to move that. Oh, my knee. Still waiting for the doctor to ring me back about my knee. There we go. Sorry, Alan. You were a star briefly. Right. Let's do a football. Looks like dust to me. You need to get your eyes sorted. It is interesting to see Sean Dyche at Blackburn. That's only just clicked. I wonder how that happened. Burnley must have really upset him in this universe. That's poor from Raven. But Remy's there to get him out of trouble. Beautiful. There's nobody in the middle. Don't need anybody. We're just going to tap the ball around beautifully because we are the kings of doing a football. Oh, Veselinov is in rude form this season. Beautiful. I like it. If in doubt, do a rebuild. That's what I've learned here. Both in terms of trying to get YouTube views and trying to get to the top of the Premier League. If in doubt, throw everything out and do a rebuild. Beautiful. Top of the Premier League. Come on. Blackburn are third in the Premier League, which is bonkers. Especially because they lost their manager. What's gone on at Blackburn? Oh, look at that from Saka. That's why he's not a centre-back. Because he can't cross. It's fine. Football. One thing I have noticed about this season as well, maybe it's just because he's got a higher caliber of defenders in front of him, I haven't seen any chaotic nonsense from Killer, who we were all a little bit worried about back end of last season. But Killer seems to have settled in and calmed down and is starting to look like a really good goalkeeper. Probably really tempting fate there. But I think we've now got a proper top quality settled back four in front of him. And it's a difference maker. That being said, there's chaos afoot. Let's not let Bournemouth score against us after saying we've got a top quality back four. It'll make me look like a silly goose. And there are a few things in life I like to look like less than a silly goose. Ooh. Ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-ba-bum. Oh, that went wrong. Ever since I praised our defence, we've started to look a little bit iffy. Luckily, we have an attack of kings. Come on, Plumman. What is happening? What was that supposed to be? Oh, my word. The defence have all just gone away. I need to put my Twitch hat on for good luck. Hi, I'm Streamer Kev. How are we doing? I'm streaming. Yay, streamy. Yeah. We could start over. Don't sing! Hydrate, I will. Wrong bottle. Must not sing. I need people to subscribe. I have bills to pay. I can't sing. That's gone down the wrong hole. Watto, this is your fault. That went so far down the wrong hole, it's coming out of my eyes now. Oh, my word. Oh, now with hiccups and a lung full of Highland Spring. Oh, I can't hiccup on stream. Someone make me jump. Oh, this is stupid. Hiccups now. I'm such a child. Oh. Come on. Stop that. How do I get rid of hiccups? Oh. There we go. I think I've dealt with that problem. Oh. That was a moment. Yeah, I need Anna to burst in with the iron again. That would scare me into no more hiccups. Right. Oh, my nose is running now as well. That has ruined me. Taking a little drink of water absolutely ruined me. Whew. Whew. What was the thinking selling Big Willie for Tour? Surely you could delay the deal after the turnover date of the price as you'd already agreed it. Yeah, but I still needed money to pay for him. And the only big offer we got was for Big Willie. So it was a direct choice, Big Willie or Omar. Seemed like a no-brainer, really. Oh. I thought I was going to have to time Watto out there for trying to kill me. Oh. They say water's supposed to be good for you. I almost died. I almost drowned on my own drink. Can you do that? I almost did. This is what happens when I stand up. Try and stand up for some health. Ruined me. When I signed Omar, did his value massively jump above the £5 million paid? I think so. I don't know that I've checked. I assume it must have done. He's the European golden boy. I think Fowry's more important to the long-term future of Tour anyway. Like I said in a video recently, I might not be one that's out yet, maybe. He'll play for France before the end of his career. He'll be a French. He'll get 50 caps for France, Fowry. He's that good. He can sort out his injury issues. Whereas Big Willie is a very solid mid-table defender in Ligue 1. Fowry will be a Champions League winner. So it makes sense to try and keep hold of him, especially because he's homegrown at club as well. Whereas Big Willie, of course, is not. Which is also a consideration for Champions League. Because homegrown at club players in that squad, when we eventually... I mean, what have we... Who have we got? Nguema, Fowry, Vaquero. Is that it? Do we have anyone else who's homegrown at club? I wonder if were Omar and Millet signed young enough to become homegrown at club. I think they were both 19. Cisse might be homegrown at club. How old was he when we signed him? Omar is a no-brainer. I would have sold anyone at the club to sign Omar. He was the European golden boy. You just have to look down at previous winners of that. There's no one who's won that and not gone on to be a major Champions League level star. So, him for 5 million was... we'd have sold the ground to buy him for 5 million. Knowing full well he either leads us to glory or we sell him on for 40 million a year or two later. Either way, it's just such a... There is no way the Omar signing goes wrong unless he breaks his spine or something, which seems unlikely. Hey, our stadium expansion is finished. Excellent. So we now have a near 26,000 all-seater stadium. It's going to be very interesting in our next home game to see if they have just filled in the corners. So in that Norwich game, or if we now have a massive one end of the ground. I think we'll just have the corners filled in now, even though that's not where we were building. Vaselinov wins Young Player of the Month. Beautiful. Did Jack Wilshere win a Golden Boy? I don't think so. I mean, we can look in this save. Golden Boy. European Golden Boy. Past winners. Van der Vaart, Rooney, Messi, Fabregas, Aguero. And, okay, Anderson. Pato. Balotelli, Götze. Isco, Pogba, Sterling, Martial, Sanchez, Mbappe, De Ligt, João Felix, Haaland, Gravenberch, Musiala. And then we get, obviously, into Sergio Delgado's on there. But it's quite a nice group to be in. There you go. Anderson did win the Champions League. So he does meet my criteria of being a Champions League level star. I do think it's the riskiest transfer window potentially I've ever done. Because yes, we've got Omar and Miller in permanently, but there's no denying the team is weaker than it was last year. Because it is effectively the same 11, apart from Big Willie has been taken out for a bunch of random, not very good options. I don't even know which one would be my first choice at the moment. So there's certainly a risk, and we've got much less strength in depth now. But you just have to consider. I know we've qualified for the Champions League, and thinking in Premier League terms, you think, oh, we're in the Champions League. It's now time to push on and get better and better. We'll win it in a few years. We'll win the Premier League in a few years, all that kind of stuff. I think we just have to have a different mindset with Tour. We're still very much transitional season coming up. We might finish mid-table. That's fine. We're still building. I mean, even if Wilshere did win it, Wilshere's not an example of someone who won it and didn't end up being awesome. Wilshere would be England captain now if he hadn't have got injured repeatedly. Wilshere was probably the top talent of his generation. Certainly English talent. He'd be closing in on 100 England caps and be our captain. Unfortunately, he was just made of glass. And if that's what ends up with Omar, then so be it, I guess. The European Golden Boy is certainly a good indicator that someone is spectacularly talented. Again, but you can't use Balotelli as an example of... Balotelli wasn't all that. How many Italy caps? How many top clubs has he played for? He's incredibly talented. He's just a bit nuts. The selling off. Oh yeah, I agree. The whole board situation with Tor is a silly one. It does highlight that board interaction stuff is probably due an update. Because we shouldn't have had to... In reality, we don't have to sell Big Willie to sign Omar. Because you get £12 million just for getting in the Champions League group. All I'm asking... And we qualified straight into the group. It's not like we had to go through a playoff. I can understand if we had to go into a playoff. But we finished third. We go straight into the group stage. So that's a guaranteed 12 million from the Champions League. I just want half of that to buy Omar and keep the rest of the team together. I think that's a discussion in real life. They go, yeah, that's fair enough. You only want half? That's fine. Take half. Go for it. As it is, we had to sell one of our most important players, which we wouldn't have had to have done in real life. The Sports Interactive ever listened to us streamers? Yeah, the last 3 or 4 years now. We have a sit-down chat with them once a year, a couple of times a year, either down at their offices or on like a Zoom call or something, where we just chat, give our feedback. They chat to us about what they're up to. Yeah, we have quite a good little natter with them. Oh, what was I saying about Killer? No, it's all gone wrong. Blackburn on top. I wonder if Blackburn have had a tycoon. It does seem a bit odd. The top of the Premier League is Blackburn and Leamington, and you've got Southampton not far away as well. Right, Saka is shattered. As is Raven. As is Marcelo. Easy substitutions. Oh, that's a good ball. Come on, let's have a winner. We're going to drop some encouragement, I think, to try and get a winner. Showy forward! How is that his 6th goal of the season? When has he been scoring goals? Is that counting his goals for the reserves? Because if so, that might explain how Adama Traore was showing us 14 goals last night. I'm certain Showy forward doesn't have 6 goals this season. I feel like I'd have noticed. We're going back down. My knee hurts. He got 4 versus McDonald's, did he? Didn't even notice who was scoring in that game. We are top of the league. Hey. Beautiful. What a time to be a Leamington fan. Is showy forward still described as a showy forward? Excellent question. Should we go and investigate? Even if he's not, that's all he'll ever be to us. He is showy forward. No, he's just a boring old wonder kid now. That's a shame. I miss him being showy forward. I mean, he is still showing as having a full 5 stars of potential. Is he going to be homegrown at club? Yes. We've got a genuine wonder kid with that kind of value range, with 5 stars of potential, who's going to be 5-star, who's going to be homegrown at our club. That's what I'm talking about. His real name is Showy Forward. We're not going to talk about his old name. Norwich next, but first we need to smack some Coventry team around a little bit during an international break. Who are we taking this time? Coventry Copswood, I think. Ah, in your face, people of Coventry, we're coming for you again. In the past, I heard you talk how Man United's club you want to stay away from due to copyright. It is. End of discussion. I'm excited for the start of the EFL. I am excited, yes. I will not be travelling to Cheltenham, no. That seems awfully far away. I'll be doing my traditional first day of the season activity of taking Andy to Wicksteed Park in the morning and constantly saying to Anna, we need to be home by 3 o'clock. Football season starts today. I need to be at my desk for 3 o'clock so I can watch it. Using NordVPN and the Posh Plus subscription service, I think it's called, that allows me to watch all of my football matches by pretending I'm outside of the UK using NordVPN. Exclamation mark NordVPN. Watch your football matches at 3 o'clock without having to be a little rascal who watches illegal feeds. I get to pay the club to watch like a real fan. How much is it per game? I think it's £10 per game, but I pay £25 a month for like unlimited access. So I can watch every match. Home and away. Vold has broken his ankle. That's not ideal. Juarez is not enjoying his time at Lille. But once he's played 20 games, he's stuck there. He's not played a single game. Okay. Well, at least they're paying his wages. Connor Weaver's played for England. Wow. He doesn't even play for us anymore. I love that. Good work, Connor Weaver, England international. I didn't even have to do that. He did that all on his own. Amazing stuff. Our captain plays for England. Beautiful. Shows how good we are. He's our reserve and he's playing for England. And we're top of the Premier League. Norwich are 19th. Seems about right. Quite high for them. And we get to have our first look at the newly expanded stadium. And the enormous new end we should have. It was the only bit that was getting built on. Right, let's batter Copswood. First game at the newly expanded Theodrome. I still haven't renamed. What's the most amount of season I've done an FM save? Oh, loads. I've gone like 70 or 80 seasons deep before. With various generations of manager. Football Manager's at its best once all the real players are gone. Only an 11-0 win this time. Very disappointing. How long does it normally take to get through a season? We normally get through one in 3 streams, I think. So that's 9 hours. And then another stream to do the transfer window. So at like, I don't know, 1st of June to 1st of June, a full year takes about 12 hours on stream. It'd be a little bit quicker if I was off camera, because I don't have to stop and show you lot of stuff and explain what's going on. Not that I do a lot of that. But yeah, about 12 hours for a full season and transfers is about right. Look to use the youth setup. We have good facilities. Yeah, but you've never given me a good youth player, so why would I? We are very, very in debt. I've just seen. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. We'll be fine. We need to qualify for the Champions League this year. It'll be fine. Would I ever do a subathon again? Yes. Probably now would be the time. When I've got my enormous credit card bill to pay off the back of having to get home from TwitchCon. Subathon coming this weekend. No, it's not. But soon, maybe. Do I ever let my mind wander on my FM teams when I'm not playing? Not really. I'm pretty good at switching off. I'm pretty good at work-life balance. Right. Still can't believe you bought like 50 euros worth of water. That was just my British embarrassment. I still can't believe no one's ever gone into that shop and tried to buy the entire sealed pack of water before. These European animals who just rip open multi-packs and take a couple of bottles or a couple of cans out. It's like a different world. And not queuing in shops, you maniacs. Walk into a bakery and it's just a crowd of people. Someone tried to explain it to me in the comments on YouTube. Well, we do still get served in order. We just remember what order we're in. We'll stand in a queue then. I'm not going to remember what order we're all in. Line up. That way no one has to remember anything. Same way you queue at a barber's. I don't go to the barber's. I cut my own hair. There's no queuing involved. When I did used to go to the barber's, if there was more than one person in front of me, I'd leave and come back. Yeah, the corners are not filled in. So this just must... We need a highlight so we can have a look to see how big this end must be now. Right. Let's go to this view. So this is the end that's been rebuilt. So we've put an extra 6,000 seats in here somehow. I'm not seeing them. Don't know about you lot. We could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So you get 30 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's, what, 330 people there. So you've got 1,000 people in the bottom tier. You can assume 1,000 people in the top tier. Where are the other 8,000 people who have to be in this end now for it to work? Doesn't, does it? Been lied to. Where's my new seats? You just remember the person that comes in after you. That fixes it. But why? Why not just stand in a line? So yeah, that's why I didn't get to go to the lovely bakery under my hotel. Because there was never a sensible queue. While standing in a line, you can't browse the shop to see what you want. No, you should know what you want before you join the queue. Boom. Raven hits a good penalty. All this money we've spent on this ground, and if you live in one of these flats, you can still just watch for free. You just need a box to stand on the other side of the fence in the corner. Just there, look. Watch over there. Just get over the initial different culture weirdness. It's fine. It's not fine. I will never attempt it. No Q, no Kev. That's my rule. I'm not an animal. I don't live in a world of chaos. I want order. If people aren't willing to queue, it can't be that good. That's my theory. That's a good goal. Don't know why I skipped the highlight there. It was a good goal. Why are Blackburn still top of the league? We are now. How are Blackburn doing just as well as we are? They're really spoiling our fun. The stories in the media should be about how Leamington are so exceptional this season. Not Leamington and Blackburn are turning the Premier League on its head. I don't want them getting involved in our story. Business is just efficient. There's nothing more efficient than a queue. Or if you really don't want a queue, let's take a ticket. I don't mind taking a ticket. I'm not just living in a world of chaos. What do I think of Posh's transfer business? I'm pretty happy with the balance of the squad. We've not done a lot of business. We didn't need to do a lot. Pretty happy. Think we'll go up as champions. Everyone's happy. Oh, very nearly. Derby will probably be champions. Posh are getting automatically promoted. Derby are cheating, so they'll probably win the league. Depends how much cheating they're allowed to get away with. Just humming along with the music, make Chris's job harder. Hopefully. I'm all for making his job harder. Love it. That's why sometimes when we've got a goal on, I just start talking about my testicles. And then he has to make the call. Are you putting testicles on YouTube, Chris? Or are you editing that goal out? Exactly. So now if I yell testicles when the next goal goes in, he now has to go back and add in that bit where I just said that, or it makes no sense why I just said testicles as that ball went in. So now I've made his job even harder because he's got to go back and get the bit where I explained why I've just done that. You're welcome, Chris. At least you've got a job in this economy. Thoughts on Birmingham City? Don't really have any. I've always thought Birmingham's a little bit weird because you lots. Am I right in saying Birmingham fans think Barry Fry is not a cretin? That's the one club where he's actually quite highly thought of, isn't it, Birmingham? Everyone else he's ever been anywhere near knows he is just an idiot. A football club ruining idiot. But Birmingham fans seem to remember him quite fondly. But that aside, Birmingham are lovely. Oh, that's a nice goal. Have I watched the new Freddie Flintoff documentary thing impressed about cricket? I have not. Leamington is still the biggest club to ever play at St Andrews. I mean, in this universe, we definitely are. Club icon. See, the reason Birmingham fans think highly of Barry Fry is because you only had to put up with him for about a year and a half. As a Posh fan, we've had to put up with him for 25 years at this point. Seriously, if you like him that much, I'll drive him there for you. I'll go down to Bedford, pick him up from his little mansion, drive him over to Birmingham and leave him there. Please don't bring him back when you realise what he's really like. We did a football. Yes, we did. We're top of the league, everybody. I am so good at Football Manager. Who's getting playoffs in League One then? I don't actually know who else is in League One. I only care about Posh. I know Derby are down there. I know Posh are down there. Can't remember who else got relegated with us. Barnsley, maybe? But they're rubbish, so they're not getting in the playoffs. I don't remember who else is in League One. Cambridge still knocking around in there, being rascals. Is having a good season for assists. We actually got someone who's good at playing as an attacking midfielder. When have you ever seen an average rating like that out of an attacking midfielder? He must be taking the corners. There's no other way that he's picking up those kind of ratings. I always try and sign him as director of football. My Birmingham saves. You lot are mad. Don't inform me again about Juarez. If he can't get in Lille's team, we're top of the Premier League. Lille are top of Ligue 1. So to be fair, we're two very good teams. What is going on in Ligue 1 for Lille to be top? Looking for a tycoon. There isn't one. They're just doing all right. How long has this man been in charge? New manager last year. Seems to be a genius for them. Wow. We ain't rubbish. I mean, I think you mean we are not rubbish, or we aren't rubbish. We will walk the league up the Barnsley. There's a Y on the end of that normally. But those 2 points aside, that's adorable. Oh, our youth facility's been upgraded. Yay! We now have excellent youth facilities. Exceptional academy coaching. Is there any chance we get a decent youth intake this coming year then? Because we've not had one yet. We're still top of the league. We are still top of the league. We are still top of the league. I'm good at Football Manager. That should go on a t-shirt. I might release that song and try and get a Christmas #1 with it. Why am I doing Saka's individual training? Is there a way to allocate this back to having a grown-up do it so I don't have to get involved? I thought they had Ted Lasso in charge for a minute there. I was like, what on earth? Who is Borja Lasso? In real life, he plays for Tenerife. He's now Manchester City manager. Not to be confused with Ted. Is he still showing as a wonder kid, or is he too old now? Wonder kid. We have got a lot of wonder kids, boys and girls. We are riddled with them. Have you checked if you can recall the French guy who was accidentally loaned out? I think we'll have to wait till the next transfer window. So someone's going to have to remind me tomorrow afternoon. I don't think we're going to get to the next transfer window in the next 28 minutes. But yeah, we do need to bring him back. I think his birthday's in January, so we might just get away with it. And we'll just have to make sure we don't accidentally loan him out again. All right. Ravens had a nice start to life at Leamington as well. 7.56 for him. Well, we've definitely gone past the 28 days. We loaned him out in August and it's the end of October. So he's had his 28 days, but it's because it's not in the transfer window. We've now got a list of who's in League One for this coming season. Okay. I mean, I've not seen most of these teams play since Posh were last in this league. And even then, I would have only seen them play twice each that season. I have no concept of how good anyone else is. I just know we're a much better side now than when we got promoted 2 years ago. So on that basis, I would expect us to get promoted now. That's my theory. Right, let's win another football match, please. We are getting used to this winning football match things. Is that the guy we had at Schalke? Yeah! It's one of my Schalke teenagers. Just made it to Leicester. That's a beautiful thing. El Gordo, thank you very much for the prime. Right, let's do a football, please. Oh, lovely. I like Marcelo. He's got nice ball control. Yeah, last time Grant McCann was managing in League One, he won the league with us finishing second. So he's got previous at this level. We've got previous at this level. Oh, yeah, they've got Asa. I didn't notice Asa Walsh next to Volzo. So they've got two of my former players in midfield for them from Earth 1. Shoot. Yeah, we had Asa Walsh at Peterborough and at Norwich, didn't we? I spent gazillions on him as a teenager twice. Posh to get promoted and then bring back Darren Ferguson. I think if we get promoted, we probably stick with McCann. Until he does what McCann likes to do and leaves for a bigger club the first time one comes sniffing. He's not known for his loyalty. Just ask Doncaster fans. I'm sure Fergie will be back one day. Batman Earth 1 Volume 3. Interesting. I don't know that I realised there was a Volume 2. I have got Batman Earth 1 knocking around somewhere. I like the Earth 1 books. I think I've got both two volumes of Wonder Woman. I don't know that I have more than one of any other of the Earth ones. Oh, we can't lose. We've been in such good form, and now Liverpool are getting involved at the top of the league. This is no good. More. We're going to attack him. Right, come on. We'll have a goal here, please. Let's at least get the draw. The Selenov's miles offside there, I think. Yeah. The flag went up very late because he was offside for the original shot. It let him take a second shot and put it in the back of the net before the flag even went up. Which seems like it's just teasing me. Let's get Showy forward on. Get Marcelo up front. Try that out for 20 minutes. This Showy forward seems to be in excellent goal scoring form this season. Oh, no. Batman Earth 1 complete collection comes out in a few days with all 3 volumes in there. Well, I'll get that then, probably. Because I don't think I have the second one, like I say. Oh, why are you not just dinking that over the goalkeeper? That's poor. I just said I liked him. No, I don't like him. He should have scored there. Plaman scores there, I think. Maybe we have got them the right way round, playing Marcelo out wide more often than not. Focusing on our wonder kid as the main man up front. Look at those match stats. It's so upsetting when this happens. Ah! Right, come on, Killian, on you come. Come and do your thing. Whatever that thing may be. That upsets me when this happens. Really upsets me. I think this is our first defeat of the season. Boo and hiss. Grumpy now. Stream's over. Go to bed. I've got a grump on. Give us another international break. We want to thump someone from Coventry. Hurry up and save! I want to look at the league table. Why can't it show me this screen while it's saving in the background? Yeah, that is our first defeat of the season in any competition. And now we've got to play Manchester United in the EFL Cup, then Manchester City in the Premier League. The wheels could be falling off by the end of the stream. And then we play Burnley, where we have to try and drag things back on course. So what do we do here against Manchester United, bearing in mind a 9th place Man City are waiting for us the other side of them? Do we go with a slightly rotated team because we don't care about the EFL Cup? Or do we go full strength to try and recapture some momentum, knowing that that's going to lead to tired players for Manchester City? I don't know what the right answer is. I think we have to rotate a little bit, don't we? Knowing that they probably also have to rotate a little bit. I don't mind losing to Manchester United. I just don't want to get battered by them. Managing football teams is hard. You have to make decisions. So much easier if we didn't have to make decisions. If there was a way to just watch football and talk about it, that would be much, much easier. See, that feels like too much rotation. Whereas that feels like hardly any rotation. I mean, that's literally Remy and Marcelo sitting this one out. I guess that's fine. We'll go with that. I don't know if they're playing a full strength team or not. Set staff to make all decisions, just watch the matches, taking holiday between each game. Imagine if I could find a way to get you lot to all still watch that. Then that'd be my job, watching a video game play itself. That's the dream. If I could then just pre-record a load of like stereotypical football reactions, and then I could just go to bed while Chris sits there pressing buttons as matches unfold, making certain things act out on screen, certain sentences that I've pre-recorded. This could work. That was never offside, by the way. That should count. Come on, referee. Give us the goal. He knows. He knew all along that that was never offside. I like Raven. That is a very good point. Leamington fans haven't bothered coming. That's how little we care. I mean, based on that, I wish I'd have looked at the advanced ticket sales, because we could have just put the youth team out, because the fans don't care about this cup. We're more focused on winning the league. Let Manchester United go and win the cup. It's all they've got. No, it's not Bukayo Saka. It's Mile Saka. And he is an actual left back. He's not a left back. He's a centre back. He's as much a left back as Bukayo Saka is. Will I have time to play City today? No idea. We'll see what time it is after this match. There's Lima, the left winger we wanted in the summer before Manchester United stole him from us. This game has started hot. If the crowd is dispersed because they're having trouble getting into the ground for kickoff, they're going to have missed the entire match. That's it now. All the goals have been scored. More! Kick him. Kick him in the buttock. I mean, that was an ambitious ball back to their goalkeeper. Seemed to leave him in a little bit of trouble. Look at Harrow charging out of defence. That's why Manchester City and PSG wanted him this summer. He's our backup centre-back. And he has just taken a step out of defence and set up an equaliser for us. That was beautiful from him. It is also not Danny Olmo up front for Manchester United. We are nearly 20 years in the future. The answer to any "is that current real player" questions are likely to be no. What is going on? It's 3-2 after 14 minutes. Can we do a football, please, chaps? I love the fact the ground looks almost empty. There's 20,000 people here. This is the second highest Leamington attendance ever. But the ground looks half empty. We already did change the camera to look at the ground expansion. There wasn't any. Oh, come on. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him. Don't let him do this to us. Kick him. This is like being 1-0 down on FIFA with 10 minutes to go. Just knocking the ball around the defenders and making us chase. Oh, for goodness sake. We need to sign him or break him. He always scores against us. Don't want to see the replay. This is the last thing I wanted to see happen. I said I didn't want us to get battered. I don't mind losing, but I don't want us to get battered. We've conceded 4 goals in the first half an hour. We didn't even change the defence very much. Remy dropped out and Harrow came in. That's the one change to the defence. Why do Man United keep doing well on FM when they haven't been good in recent years in reality? Because FM is all about reputation, and they are the highest reputation club in England still. Both in game and in reality. So in FM, high reputation clubs will always drift to the top over time, even if they're not necessarily there at the start of the game. Didn't I have Diego Enrique on Earth 1? Maybe. The name sounds familiar. That's their goalkeeper. Who would I have had him for? Norwich, maybe? Referee, get your finger out your ear. That obviously counts. It was onside with bells on. In answer to the question about playing the City game today, no, because this game is mental. 4-3 at half-time. Tips for getting the best out of inside forwards on FM22. Make sure they're basically target men playing out wide, and then you want to be aiming crosses at that far post to them. They're just there to score headers, far post headers. In the network game with Everton, I play Calvert-Lewin as an inside forward on the left, and he scored 25 goals in 28 games or something ridiculous, playing as an inside forward on the left because he's just getting on the end of crosses. We've got an attacking wing back on the right who's just floating crosses over to him all day long, and he just nods them in at the far post. Yeah, just like the answer to a lot of questions in FM22, big meaty man is the answer. They pretty much trump everything in every position. If you can get a fast big meaty man, you are golden. Oh, our XG is so much better than theirs. Verdecchi is rubbish. We've noticed this a couple of times now. He's not very good. So we'll get him off. We're going to get Lundmark on in midfield. And then Izzet can come off. We'll give Showy forward some minutes, actually playing as the attacking midfielder. I think Goo is finished. We've barely touched Goo this season. Showy forward has definitely moved above him in the pecking order. Ooh, that was close. Come on, chaps. Demand more. More! Kick him, Killian! My word. There he is, look. Go, Killian, go! Come on, Plamen! Plamen! Oh, that was the chance. They've now taken our boy Lima off. They stole from us. The difference maker. Oh. I mean, at least we've not been thumped in the end. We've beaten them on XG. We've lost by 1 goal. That's fine. We just didn't want to get battered. No, I'm not going to Clash at the Castle because tickets were crazy expensive. And at the time, I thought Vince McMahon was going to be booking it. So, I mean, are there tickets still available? I am much more tempted now Triple H is in charge. I actually feel like Drew McIntyre might win the title there now, which would be awesome. So if there were any reasonably priced tickets available, bearing in mind there were no reasonably priced tickets to begin with, but if there were any reasonably priced tickets available, I probably would get involved now just to go and see McIntyre win the title. So that would be awesome. Loads still there. Yeah, but how much are they? Cheapest is £78. Yeah, but I don't want to watch it from Swansea. If I'm far enough away from the ring that I'm watching it on the big screen, I may as well just watch it from home. I'll have a look. So I don't remember there being £78 tickets when it was first announced. Never mind now. Nothing to cancel. I wasn't asking you, Siri. Right, boys and girls, we are going to wrap things up there because we've lost 2 games in a row. It's all gone wrong. Everything was going so well, and now it's all gone wrong, and I need to go and have a little cry. All things being equal, we should be live again tomorrow afternoon to probably get us well into the January transfer window and maybe beyond. Of course, you'll have the highlights of this stream, and all the other streams will appear on LOLLUJO 2 in due course. And we've got Tor at 4 in 9 minutes over on YouTube, so make sure you go and check that out as well. But for now, I will say toodle pip, boys and girls. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.